Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports in partnership with our local school districts and business sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Terry Ross along with Colton Treadway, who's on the camera, coming to you live from we're not from North Medford. We're at Spiegelberg Stadium in Medford, Oregon. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon, and it features the McNary Celtic coming to town here to take on the North Medford Black Tornado. Both of these clubs looking for a win after losing last week. We're pleased you're joining us for this event on TableRockSports.net. We'd like to welcome our home and visiting fans to the broadcast. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know that you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And we'd like to say thank you to the 3,300 fans who have already done that. It's time for the Peak Rewards app pregame show and the Coach's Corner, brought to you by the Peak Rewards app, where you can save on gas and goodies. You're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net.
Jeep Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
I ride my bike and sometimes the bus, sometimes both at the same time. I do have a car, but right now it's just too expensive to pay for insurance and gas. I love my job. At Ashland Food Co-op, they're a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. It's way cheaper to be able to pay $10 a month, and now I can go anywhere in the valley. Pretty much unlimited rides. It's more than just a bus ride. RVTD is moving our community forward.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like, too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
And welcome back to Spiegelberg Stadium in Medford, Oregon, home of the North Medford Black Tornadoes. They take on the McNary Celtic tonight. Homecoming night, so emotions will be running a little high for the North Medford side, and we'll get into that when halftime comes around, and we'll talk a little bit about it because it's going to be a special halftime for the North Medford fans that are here. But we'll get into that at halftime. McNary comes into this game 0-5 overall, and they've just kind of struggled. And by the way, their coach, Connor Ashley, is not here tonight. He's back at home, so we'll say hello to Kyle and hope that you get feeling better. Kyle McGrath will be the head coach tonight for the McNary Celtics. But they come in 0-5, and they've kind of struggled at every point that you can think of right now. They're having a tough time on offense and a tough time on defense. They're just looking somehow to get it straightened out. North Medford's kind of hoping tonight isn't the night to get it figured out. But I will say this for the McNary fans that are listening. The next 2 weeks after this will present maybe better opportunities for you to find a win. and we'll be rooting for that after tonight. Sorry, they make me the North Medford announcer. It's hard to root against North Medford, but we will. They do. McNary has a couple of good shots at getting a couple of wins before the season over, but we don't want to jinx them. We'll see how that kind of goes for them in the long run. Right now, they're all lining up as the North Medford Black Tornado will be emerging from the locker room, and I would say soon, but often it's not soon at all. North Medford comes into this game with a 2-3 record, 2-2 overall, and it's probably a little deceiving on that 3 losses because they lost to Sprague, they've lost to Sheldon, and they lost to a very good Sherwood team in spite of the record that they showed when North Medford showed up there last week. And they run that wing T, and they just about they did run North Medford practically out of the stadium. My goodness, they run that thing effectively, and once they get it going, there's just about no stopping it. I've seen them run it a couple of times, and every time I'm impressed at how well that Sherwood can do that. But that's what North Medford ran into last week as they lost that game 36-14. So there is that, and the North Medford Black Tornado will be hoping to get back on the winning side. Well, we'll say this. The North Medford schedule sets up pretty well also for them to be able to make some ground in the Southwest Conference, Special District 1. They did play the top 2 teams already early on in this conference, and that's pretty evident in Sprague and in Sheldon, as they're both undefeated and highly ranked in the state. Although, and we'll talk again in halftime about this, as South Medford went up there last night to Sprague and gave them a run and almost pulled off the upset. So there is that going, but they're still undefeated. They're 7-0, our Sprague. But for North Medford, they will be looking to end their season against North Salem, South Salem, and South Medford. And I'm not going to say South Medford's going to be an easier game, but North Salem and South Salem both are still hunting around for a win, and it's a little tough for them. So North Medford has the chance, if they can take advantage of these struggling teams and take care of business, as they call it in the sports world, why they might have a chance at running up to the into the conference and being able to have a pretty good seeding when the season is over for the playoffs. Here comes all of the early ones out of the locker room. The invitees, shall we say, in the locker room. Standing down there in the tunnel. We'll get this moving in on us here. Are the captains. I see Cameron Nix. I see Kennedy there with the flag. Also, Tegan Neron is there, and here they come. And breaking that one is Tate Snyder and Landon Meeker. They break that one, and the North Medford team is on the field. McNary will follow shortly. The Peak Rewards pregame show brought to you by the Peak Rewards app. You can use the Peak Rewards app to order crispy, crunchy chicken and sides. Choose your favorite items, set up a time to pick that up, and then you pick it up, and you've got a great dinner ready to serve on the way home. We'll have more pregame for you right after this on TableRockSports.net.
It's time to fall into savings at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford. If you want the lowest prices of the year on all in-stock Beauty Rest Serta and more, now's your chance. Memory foam queen starting at just $3.99. With adjustable base, only $9.99.
Come in and compare our prices. You'll be glad you did.
Time to fall into savings. Only at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford.
Where quality is still not costly.
Discover luxurious Karastan flooring at Lippert's Carpet One, the flooring you need to live beautifully. With the National Karastan Month Savings with Style event, experience the luxury of Karastan and capture the lowest prices of the year. With savings up to $1,000 back on beautiful flooring and pay no interest for 18 full months during National Karastan Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hi guys, my name is Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
So what do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download the Try Us app.
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app for a free 30-day trial.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Captains are coming out on the field as we return to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Out there for North Medford is Jacob Owings, Cameron Nix, Trey Kennedy Coleman, and Tate Snyder. Meanwhile, out there for McNary is Kyle Wilson. Number 66 is Michael Noble. Number 70 is Dane Northcutt. And number 10 is Jordan Hunter. We told you that this McNary team is struggling just a little bit. And I'm probably being generous when I say struggling just a little bit, as McNary will receive the ball. And North Medford will be going south to north, or since you're not going to be able to see that on your screen, left to right across the screen. But McNary has only been scoring at about 8 points a game. Their high for the season is 9. They scored 7 against Sheldon, 7 against West Salem, and were shut out against Sprague and South Medford. So that gives them 23 points in 5 games, so maybe even closer to 4 points a game. Let's see here. I thought they had a few more points than that according to the OSAA. Maybe I read it wrong. No, they only got 23, so they're scoring about 4 points a game. As I say, they're just struggling. And they're hoping tonight that maybe they can figure something out. North Medford's hoping they can't figure anything out. Getting ready to kick it off for North Medford is Miller. Colton Miller. And back deep is number 7. He turned his numbers away from me, so I don't know who the other one is. But back there is Caden Balos. But it's going to go out here to the other one on the left side. And he's going to get back out to the 20, out close to the 25, and we'll get a number there for him. They're going to say it's a fumble. North Medford, nope. That isn't the way they see it at all. I think it was Caden Leduc that was the receiver, but the officials say that there is no fumble, and they will start at their own 23-yard line. At quarterback is Eris Vasseur, and he's under center. He's going to give it to the man right up the middle, and that's going to get him about a yard. As on the carry, coming out of there for that one. Looks like number 1. Indeed it is. So that was Deshaun Whitner. But he only got 1 yard out of that whole thing. On 2nd and 9, they'll send a man in motion again. This time they're going to give it to him on the end around. But North Medford's got that covered up pretty well. And getting thrown down is Jordan Hunter. And I don't think Hunter made it back. Well, they're going to say he did. He got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that one. 3rd and 9. Under center one more time is Vasseur. They haven't, most of the high school teams tried the shotgun, but right now they're under center. He's back to pass. He's being chased. He got away from 1, got away from 2, fires it downfield, got a man out there, incomplete. Gavin Burns was the intended receiver, and they had him, but they just overshot him. And it becomes 4th and 9. There's a punt. Not a great one either. And on top of that, it takes a McNary bounce. And it's going to be down at the McNary 42-yard line. Well, 43-yard line is where the official's going to put it. Timber Rock Sports is excited to be partnering with Rogue Credit Union once again for the Touchdown Club. Rogue Credit Union will donate $10 for every Black Tornado and Panther touchdown scored this year. Proceeds go to the school's athletic department. North Medford's up to 140 after scoring a couple of touchdowns last week. Here comes Traeger Healy out in the shotgun. He's got Jacob Owings right there beside him. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Fake it to Owings. Traeger's going to have to step up. Traeger's going to get absolutely nailed. They're going to put him down at the 49-yard line. But that's a loss of 6. That's not probably the start that North Medford had in mind. Trying to get our papers organized here. So on 2nd and 16, give it off to Jacob Owings, and Owings will take it from the 49-yard line down to the McNary 47. A gain of 5. It's 3rd and 14 coming up. Healy back to pass one more time. He's got a man out there. That's Snyder. And Snyder is out at the 31-yard line. That'll do it every time. Going to the sideline is Nolan Kelly. Healy will be back in the shotgun with Owings right there beside him. Snyder out here to the right. Give it off to Owings. Owings finds space. Owings goes from the 31-yard line of McNary down to the 26. Gain of 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up for the Black Tornado. Early on here in the first, Black Tornado pushing for a touchdown. Owings again. Owings is at the 20. He's down inside the 21-yard line, or the 15-yard line. They're going to put him down at the 18. Sending signals in from the sideline is what North Medford is doing. One more time. Fake it this time to Owings. They're going to get it out on the side. They're going to get one man miss. Nope, not going to get by the second one at all. As Tegan Neron could not break it. They got down to the 15-yard line. At least that's where the official is standing, so gain of 3. Have to stand up so we can see the corner of the end zone coming up. Down to the 15-yard line. Healy hands it off to Owings. Owings will only get a... Oh, wait. That wasn't Owings. Yes, it was Owings, but he got more yardage than I thought he was going to get. He gets down to the 8. So he gets a gain of 8. I thought they had Owings stopped a lot faster than that, but... What I can do is apologize to you fine folk, because apparently my computer does not like the camera tonight, or anything else for that matter. 2nd and 18 for McNary. The kickoff didn't go so well. The return back to pass is Vasseur. Vasseur is going to be tackled in the end zone. Yes! That will be a safety. Find some room to ride here. That comes with, oh, it already lost the camera. Well, let's see if I can get it back instantly. I'm not going to promise you people anything. All right, we're back. We'll try to do everything we can to stay with you. My goodness, we're having difficulties tonight. But we think we have won. We're not sure. North Medford is winning, though. There's a pass out to the side. That's going to get stopped rather quickly. Coming up with that one for the Black Tornado was Nate Anderson. That didn't move things forward very far, though, for the Black Tornado. Well, a little more than I thought. Moved it 8 yards. 2nd and 2. As they have to get out to the 20-yard or the 25-yard line. Nix goes back to be with Healy. Healy gives it off to Nix. Nix is at the 20. Nix is down to the 15. Nix is going to be stopped right around the 15. He's just going to take the pile with him. He's down to the 10. He'll take the pile clear down to the 7-yard line. Good grief. He turned it into a gain of 20 when they had him stopped 10 yards earlier. Cameron Nix just dragging people. 8:19 to go. Now we're in the second period, and here comes North Medford looking for their 3rd touchdown of the night. Healy. No, timeout. This will be a timeout. We're going to take one with them as on the John L. Scott scoreboard. North Medford leads this one 16-0 over McNary. John L. Scott, they've got offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Healy will pass it out to the side. They've got open space. And into the end zone is Nate Anderson. Touchdown, Black Tornado. The extra point by Miller is good. And with that, we can tell you one more time that that touchdown makes the score now 23-0 in favor of North Medford. And the Tornado add another $10 to the Road Credit Union, $30 tonight into the Touchdown Club Fund. So, catch up on some book work here, if you don't mind, for just a moment. And then we will take the opportunity to tell you, since we haven't had the opportunity to tell you, you just stay tuned at halftime for the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Show. Visit playmedford.com to find the latest fall activity guide. There's sports leagues, classes, field trips, and special events that are awaiting you. Visit playmedford.com and click on the program guide tab to learn more. Taken on the fly at about the 7-yard line. Coming back this way with it. Out to the 20 and going to be dropped before getting to the 25, or the 25-yard line. That was Jordan Hunter on the return. He gets out to the 25-yard line, so the Celtics will begin there, 1st and 10. Now they got a new quarterback. No, that's Vasseur. Oh, they jumped. Whole bunch of North Medford players jumped. That'll cost them 5. Becomes 1st and 5. Vasseur back to pass. Dropped. Incomplete. Intended for Jackson Crawford. But he dropped it. 2nd and 5. Out at the 30-yard line. North Medford, of course, looking for another stop here so they can put another one in the end zone before halftime. Vasseur going to hand it off, but there's nowhere to go. Having absolutely no space that time was Lucas Allen. And Lucas Allen got it out to the 26-yard line. A gain of 1, so that's a 3rd and 9 coming up now. Actually, it was a loss of 4. They were out closer to the 30-yard line at one time, weren't they? So 3rd and 9. Allen there again as the running back. Vasseur is going to have to pass it this time, though. He does, over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Leduc. They tell me they call him the Duke, LeDuc, and they did not get the completion. So going back to punt is J.J. Martinez. Back to receive the punt will be Snyder. Standing at about the 50-yard line. Unfortunately, the punts for McNary haven't been going that far, but this one does. Whoa, backing him up. Snyder's going to take it at the 36. He's out onto the outside. He's across the 40 to the 45, and they're going to drop him at the 49-yard line of North Medford. With 6:46 to go. That's where North Medford is going to start. Crater Car Wash is locally owned and operated with 2 Medford and 2 Grants Pass locations. Crater Car Wash, clean, dry, fast. Here comes the offense for North Medford. Healy clapping his hands. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off. Nope, he's going to go out to the other side on play action. They've got a man out there. That's Cameron Nix. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He gets away from one. He's at the 30. Gets away from another. And he'll be dropped at the McNary 24-yard line. 27-yard gain on that play. And the Black Tornado are down at the 24-yard line of McNary. We still have 6:15 to go. Second period. Healy gives it off this time to the 20, to the 15, gets a cut, down to the 10, touchdown, Black Tornado. Joe Castillo takes it in from 24 yards out. That comes with 5:59 to go. Miller on to try the extra point. And it's good. So, we'll take another quick timeout here as on the John L. Scott scoreboard. North Medford now leads at 30-0. Up a flag. A flag. Hold on. The players are acting like this one's over, though. The big old conference out there by the officials. Well, we'll take the opportunity to tell you that the touchdown now, that's the third touchdown for North Medford. Make sure we got that right. Yeah, there's only one safety, the fourth touchdown. Right? One, two, three, fourth touchdown. Penalty. They're going to let everything stand, so the extra point is good. There's mass confusion. I just hang in there with me because the officials went immediately over to the North Medford bench, but apparently it's a nothing. So we'll just leave it at that. It's just nothing for us to concern ourselves about at all. Fall Sports Action is brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Jeep Dodge Chrysler, where you can find great deals on the lot or at lithiasuperstore.com. And also our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, now with 9 locations nearby to serve you. McNary ready to receive. And I can see that Balos is back there, and he's going to take it anyway. He's going to take it at the 23. He's out to the 30, out to the 35. He's out to the 40, and he'll be brought down there. Getting to him at the 40-yard line was Connor Roosh. McNary will start at their own 43-yard line, trailing this one 30-0. Second quarter. Looks like a night that we're going to have to use some stars by our touchdown so we keep track of them more easily. 4 of them for North Medford. The Sewer. Again, now in the shotgun. We'll toss this one off, sort of. Coming around to the end. And that would be Hunter again. I'll make that Balos. And Balos takes it out to the 41-yard line. Pretty good gain that time for McNary. Apparently not. Loss of 2. Now that I look at the sticks, 2nd and 12. Can't see the sticks unless I stand up and poke my head out the window. We approach 5 minutes. And one more time, the Black Tornado jump offside. With that bit of help, it now becomes 2nd and 7 at the McNary 46-yard line. The Sewer under pressure. He gets away from it. He's not going to get away from it totally. He throws it incomplete. That was close. He almost had it, but the problem is that Gavin Burns, as he dove for it, it hit the ground. You can see that even from up here. It hit the ground and it's going to be ruled incomplete. 3rd and 7. The Sewer back to pass. Gets away from one. Being chased down by Nolan Kelly. He throws it. That's going to be incomplete. A flag. Wonder if we're going to get intentional grounding. Take a look at the official. Can't be holding out there, but I don't know why. We've had no call yet. Here it is. False start on McNary. 4th down, as that penalty is going to be declined. That'll put Snyder back in the receiving position. And I'll put Martinez to punt it away. Martinez stands at his own 30. Snyder stands at his own 30. And he backs it up a couple of yards. 4:38 to go. Here's the Martinez punt. Snyder says fair catch. He'll make that at the 25-yard line. So North Medford has 4 minutes and 31 seconds to get on the scoreboard again, starting from their own 25-yard line. Official blows a whistle and says it's time to play some football. Healy will clap the hands. When he quits, that means he wants it. Healy's under pressure. Healy fires. Healy's incomplete. No, they're going to say that's a catch by Cameron Nix. Out to the 43-yard line of North Medford. Okay. I'd say he got one down anyway. That's all you need. And the drive will continue with the Black Tornado. Both Healy and Vasur have been under pressure tonight. Here's a breakaway. That's Owings. Owings is going to be downed at the McNary 44-yard line. Gain of 13. Right now, the Black Tornado moving things off in chunks. Got the clock stopped by getting out of bounds, so we got 4 minutes exactly left. Owings is lined up there again. You see North Medford in their black or their pink socks. Special meaning to them at this point. This fighting cancer this month. We'll get into it at halftime. Healy's going to be dropped one more time. They're going to put him down. At the 49-yard line. Loss of 5. 2nd and 15. That almost turned a little ugly. McNary starting to show a bit of frustration on that one, and they're going to have to get it under control. Now they jump, and that will be offsides on McNary. So they got the 5-yard sack. Now they're going to give it right back. 2nd and 10. Give it to Owings. Owings will just move the pile down to the 40-yard line. He'll just bulldoze his way down to that far and pick up 4 yards, making it 3rd and 6 for North Medford. In absolutely no hurry to put more points on the board. Sure, they're going to be glad to take them if they could get there, but not necessarily something they're rushing to do at the moment, although they already are at the McNary 40-yard line. Still a little over 2 minutes to go. Healy gives it off. Owings one more time. Owings is going to get stopped. See where they put it down at the 37-yard line. He only picks up 3. 4th and about 3 now. No punting taking place here for North Medford. Almost jumped. Sends Owings in motion. Healy drops back. They got the little screen underneath. Out down to the 30. There's going to be a flag, as going into the end zone was Curtis from 37 yards out, but there's a flag. Most often, this is holding. Let's see what our official tells us. It's back at the 42-yard line. Yeah, pushing it back on North Medford. So you can eliminate that touchdown. We're going to go to 4th and 13. And that means the punt unit comes on. First time we've seen them tonight. Nolan Kelly back at his own 39-yard line. Balos and LaDuke back there for McNary. Ooh, that was almost blocked. Balos let it go. Now it's inside the 10. Now Balos tries to pick it up, and he's buried. And I think he fumbled it. And it is. It is North Medford ball. Wow, the best thing that they could have done there is the Celtics is just get out of the way and let North Medford touch it and down it. At least you'd have had the ball. Now you turned it over, and it's on the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Black Tornado, already leading 30-0 with 1:17 to go before halftime. Looking for their 5th touchdown of the night. The wide side of the field is off to the right side. And over there is Nate Anderson all by his lonesome. Everybody else in tight. On the left side, they send Nix over there. Healy rolls that direction. Healy fires. Healy's going to get picked off. Got picked off that time by Martinez. McNary will have it deep in their own territory, I can tell you that. They're putting it down at the 7-yard line. And Vasseur has been under tremendous pressure all game. So far, the Black Tornado just haven't quite been able to get to him. Vasseur is a 5'10", 180-pound junior. A lot of juniors on this squad. Sprinkled with just a smattering of seniors. Vasseur wants to pass it. Almost picked off that time. I was going to say it was have to get the number. That was Cade Pedersen. He got a hand on it. Couldn't do much more than that as he batted it down. 2nd and 10 from the 7-yard line. McNary trying to stay out of trouble. They've already have one safety. Vasseur sends everybody in motion. Now he's going to go right up the middle with it, and it's going to work out to the 10, out to the 15, and out to the 17-yard line. Goes Whitner. Now we're down to seconds, 3rd and 1. Actually put him back at the 16. I gave him the first down, they didn't. 3rd and 1. This will probably be the last play of the half. Now he wants Balos over to the left side of the formation. Vasseur looking at a certain blitz here. But he's going to hand it off and not being able to get much room at all to do anything. is Whitner. And that, I imagine, is going to be a halftime, as I don't think McNary is going to be interested in running another play. We're down to 5 seconds to go. They don't have to run one, and that's exactly what they're going to do, is they're just going to head for the locker room, and we've made it to halftime. At halftime, on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's North Medford 30, McNary nothing. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Stay tuned now for the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. That's next.
We're trusting Abby's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Backpack, but then I realized I don't think I do. Because they're both, one of them's with one of my video cameras and the other.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? When you want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life, call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
See things. Welcome back to the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. Did you know the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? The fall program guide just came out. Find out about all the recreation and learning opportunities at playmedford.com. So at halftime, we'll enjoy some of the festivities. It'll be a little bit longer tonight because we have homecoming, which means sooner or later the homecoming court should be making its entrance onto the field. But they didn't clue me into how long that was going to take, as right now the North Medford Band is out there performing. I was looking around. I don't see the homecoming court arriving, but maybe they're already here for all I know. Let's take a look at the recap of the scoring. There will be no individual stats as well. Those all got ruined way back there as we struggled with some technical issues, which we are trusting are behind us for the rest of the ball game. North Medford has done all the scoring. They've scored 4 touchdowns. The first one came at the 5:27 mark of the first quarter when there was a 1-yard run by Jacob Owings. The extra point was good, and it was 7-0. With 4:10 to go in the first period, North Medford managed to tackle the Sewer in the end zone for a safety. It was 9-0. They scored one more time on a touchdown with 1:05 to go on a 3-yard run. I'm not sure who made that 3-yard run. I will apologize for that, as we were just writing it down after the fact while doing other things. The extra point, though, was good. It was 16-0. In the second period, with 7:56 to go, Healy hooked up with, you'd think I would know all this off the top of my head, wouldn't you? Healy hooked up with Anderson on a 7-yard pass, the extra point. It was 23-0. And then taking off around the end and up the middle and every other direction was Joe Castillo on a 24-yard run. The extra point was good, and it was quickly 30-0 at halftime. North Medford actually had another opportunity in the closing 2 minutes of the half to put another touchdown on the board, but they were intercepted as Balos picked off Healy at about the 8-yard line, and that kind of ended that threat. We want to catch the homecoming for a particular reason. There's a story that's going to go with it, and we'll probably even remove the scoreboard, but we will have all of that for you here in just a few minutes. But we're going to take just a quick break while they're setting up. We'll be back with this story about homecoming for tonight.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff. Bye, Mom. Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your...
So let's go and watch the events down on the field, and we'll explain to you as we go along what this is all about. It's a kind of a special night, especially for the North Medford football team. But there's a lot to say, apparently, before they get around to the court coming. There's really a lot of talking to do. I didn't realize they had that much talking to do. But I think I see... No, I don't see. I just see some more people sitting down. There's apparently some of the students that get to have a front row seat in this matter. I don't know, like I said, I don't even see where the... And now we have another band coming out onto the field. This looks like the alumni band that's coming out. This is the alumni that are joining the present band to play some songs. So we may have to break away here one more time and wait for them to get through playing their music. There's always one, isn't there? You can see him. Oh, I guess you can't see him. There's the court. Now, I believe this is the freshman. It's hard to understand the PA. I apologize for that. So this is, if I have this right, nope, well, one more to wait on. I see the one we want to focus on here, down here on the sideline. Like I say, you can't hardly enter. And here's what they were waiting for. This is Gavin McCune. Now, you see signs around the stadium saying we play for Gavin. He has not been able to play football this year. He's a sophomore, but he's been diagnosed with cancer and is currently undergoing radiation treatments. He's feeling well enough to be here tonight as part of the homecoming ceremonies, which is a big deal. I guarantee you the football team was super excited about him being here tonight. And there's the hand for Gavin as they're playing this season for him, doing all they can to put together just an outstanding season for this young man that's battling that disease of cancer. And that's why I tell you, wearing pink tonight has a special meaning to this North Medford team. They're only too acquainted with the battle of cancer and what it's like as one of their team members is going through it. And they do consider him a team member, even though he has not been able to practice or play with him. He is on the team, and he is part of the North Medford Black Tornado. As they'll finish out now, the homecoming court, the one you see walking out there, number 52, of course would not be on our roster. I don't know why we would expect that we would have him on our roster, but make sure I'm reading his number right. Looks like 52 to me. So, not sure who the young man is, but there you go. He's out there. We've got still quite a lineup to come. Also coming out, another Black Tornado player. Some of these may be junior varsity because I don't have them on my varsity roster. So that makes me a little leery about trying to tell you who these people are, because I'm not really sure that I know who they are. So we'll break away as they do the final couples here of this court. We're having a little trouble keeping up with the PA guy, and we don't really know, since they didn't tell us who's who. We're not quite sure who's who. But we do know this. It's halftime. It's the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show. And we can tell you that on the John L. Scott scoreboard, North Medford leads McNary by a count of 30-0. You're listening to TableRockSports.net.
Jeep Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
I ride my bike and sometimes the bus, sometimes both at the same time. I do have a car, but right now it's just too expensive to pay for insurance and gas. I love my job. At Ashland Food Co-op, they're a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. It's way cheaper to be able to pay $10 a month, and now I can go anywhere in the valley. Pretty much unlimited rides. It's more than just a bus ride. RVTD is moving our community forward.
And that wraps up, for the most part, the homecoming ceremonies here at North Medford High School, at Spiegelberg Stadium, but for North Medford High School. As they're done with that, the court is all the way out there. And, well, we're not sure what they're doing next. We really can't see. That's the problem. This is across the way from us, so we don't have any good way of figuring out what's going on. Let's just talk football. How about that? So, last night, South Medford went up to Salem and gave Sprague a scare. Sprague won it 28-24, but it took them all the way until the end, as they really made it tough on Sprague. So it's a good showing by the Panthers up there, but still, Sprague ends up leaving that game 7-0. They also had a game last night at West Salem. West Salem defeated North Salem by a count of 36-7, which is interesting because North Salem is where North Medford goes next week, and North Medford is kind of like McNary. They're offered here in terms of wins this season. West Salem picking up their third win overall, the second in conference. And in North Medford, the Black Tornado will see South Salem, who's only got one win on the season so far. And they will see South Salem just before the Black and Blue Bowl, which, the way this is shaping up, could be a really important ball game, and we're going to have to figure out who's got the head-to-head over everybody. Grants Pass is playing a non-conference game tonight against Liberty, but they're 4-1, just directly in front of North Medford. But North Medford holds, and now they're going to play the fight song. But North Medford holds the head-to-head with Grants Pass. Grants Pass is just in front of South Medford, and they hold the head-to-head with South Medford, having defeated the Panthers. Interestingly enough, Grants Pass has the tough part of the schedule coming up in the next couple of weeks. They get Sheldon and Sprague. So we'll see how all of this shakes out. I guess what I'm saying is, from a North Medford standpoint, even though you're 2-3 at this point, there's hope. You're still ranked 10th, still there, having a chance to win the state championship, but it's going to be a challenge. We'll just say that. Tonight going on, as we said, Liberty is at Grants Pass tonight, and I haven't checked to see if anybody's passed along. I don't think anybody's passed along any messages yet. And South Salem is taking on Sheldon. And we were going to assume that probably that's not going to go that well for South Salem at all. I'd like to congratulate North Medford for holding the homecoming in the slotted time. We were at Sherwood last week, because I'm going to throw Sherwood under the bus. But we were at Sherwood last week. They got that thing down to, I don't know, we probably only had 5 or 6 minutes, or 5, maybe 4 minutes of halftime left, plus the 3-minute warm-up, and we felt like we were chugging along just fine. Then they stopped the clock, and of all things, put it back to 9 minutes, and there we were, looking at having to fill quite a bit of time, because they left us all of a sudden with 12 minutes of fill time there. But we got it done up there in Sherwood. Here comes the North Medford Black Tornado back out on the field for the second half. Southern Oregon has a new place to play in Medford. The Rogue X Aquatics and Events Center. 2 pools, a splash pad, and plenty of gym and court space to accommodate your indoor sports. Learn more at roguexmedford.com. For daily information on open swim and gym hours and all the X has to offer, it's roguexmedford.com. We're just about ready to get this one going again as everybody, well, I was going to say everybody's into their final warm-ups, but we haven't ran it all the way down yet. The McNary Celtics will be looking to find a way to get on the scoreboard. They've only put, as we said in the pregame, 23 on the board for the whole year. And they'll be looking to do a little bit better than that. But right now, getting shut out one more time, North Medford will be working at how to figure out how to keep that shutout going and add to their lead when the second half begins. We're back with the second half of the Lithia Superstore. Game of the night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. They have 9 locations to serve you. You're listening to TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
It's time to fall into savings at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford. If you want the lowest prices of the year on all in-stock Beauty Rest Serta and more, now's your chance. Memory Foam Queen starting at just $3.99. With adjustable base, only $9.99.
Come in and compare our prices. You'll be glad you did.
Time to fall into savings. Only at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford.
Where quality is still not costly.
Discover luxurious Karastan flooring at Lippert's Carpet One. The flooring you need to live beautifully. With the National Karastan Month Savings with Style event, experience the luxury of Karastan and capture the lowest prices of the year. With savings up to $1,000 back on beautiful flooring and pay no interest for 18 full months. During National Karastan Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Check out the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the A Sports Radio, AM 1300. FM 107.9 and streaming live at theasportsradio.com, featuring 5 live NFL games a week, the Ace Sports Radio. And with Sunday coming up, 3 of them will be on Sunday. So, if you're looking for football, you want to hear, the Ace is the place. In fact, I'd be interested to know how many of you, you're going to have to email Joe. You can't email me or text me anything. So That's not going to work out for you. But I'm just curious, how many of you listen to Ace Radio while you're the game on Ace, and then you're listening to or watching another football game? Maybe I'm the only one that does weird things like that. Multitask. Who knows? My wife gets after me all the time for multitasking. She is not impressed by my ability. So here's the problem for McNary. They trail 30-0 and they got to kick it off. Doing that will be Cole Peterson. And North Medford, or they're going to try an onside kick. And they're going to get it. McNary got it. They did that. Well, we got whistles. They did it at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line of North Medford. That would be 10 yards. All the officials out there discussing this. I don't think anybody from McNary touched it before it went 10 yards. North Medford is the one that touched it first. A long discussion. Now they're saying it's North Medford ball at the 48-yard line. I can't hear the discussion. I can only see it. I can tell you McNary's not happy about it. It's a penalty. Okay, so they're saying McNary touched it before it went 10 yards. Now things are getting a little more intense. It was an unsportsmanlike penalty, although they've never indicated what that unsportsmanlike was. That's funny. They're letting North Medford line up to play. And the referee wasn't even ready to go. Healy back to pass. He'll drop this one off to Curtis. Curtis finds a hole. He's going to get behind his big old line. There's a flag, and Curtis is dropped out of bounds near the 15-yard line. But there's a flag back at the 18. I bet you they're going to get North Medford for a shove in the back. So far, no signal. It's a hold. So they're going to back this one up. Put it back on the 27-yard line. And it's still a first down because they got them beyond the original marker, even with the loss of 10. Well, we'll get all this sorted out sooner or later. First and 10 from the 27 is what it is right now for the Black Tornado. Healy will hand it off to Nix. Nix gets around one. Nix is not going to get around the second one, as they'll say that he's brought down at the 19-yard line. Or the 24-yard line, excuse me. 24-yard line, a gain of 3. Second and 7. Nick's kind of stumbling. There's a flag. And this will be on McNary. There wasn't even a... Now they're sending everybody off the field. Well, this is going to get to be great fun before it's over. I'll sit down and put the glasses on this. All I can figure now is that McNary said something. Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on McNary. And the player has been disqualified. Well, let's check that out. Now here comes the coach. Now they're taking the McNary team off the field. Well, they want Coach Chin out there too. We're not able to hear the number of the player that got thrown, but it had been disqualified. We may get that figured out in a moment. Now they're going to call both of the teams into a huddle. And I think that we're getting down to where you need to keep the chirpiness down just a little bit. As they march this one off, and North Medford will be clear down at the 12-yard line. Well, before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Brothers and enjoy your favorite beverage. Dutch Brothers gives back to the communities they serve in support of kids and local efforts to help others. Dutch Brothers. Down to the 12-yard line is where North Medford's got themselves. As every play has had a penalty involved in it to start the half. Healy will hand this one off. Around the end goes Cameron Nix. Cameron Nix is in. Touchdown, Black Tornado from 12 yards out. And that gets the running clock going. So another touchdown by North Medford. That would be their fifth of the night. The extra point is good. We'll take a quick timeout here. As on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's now 37-0 in favor of North Medford. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hi guys, my name is Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that
McNary brings the kickoff out to the 27-yard line. Hey, welcome back, fans. North with the touchdown of 24 yards. They have another $10 that goes into the TD club account for the Tornado. They've got 5 on the board tonight, $50. As I have it, that should put them up at about $190 for the season. So now we play with the dreaded running clock. A 37-0 lead. That's enough to trigger it. So for the next 2 quarters, we'll play with the running clock, which will do exactly what it's intended to do, and that's to keep the scoring down. Whitner in the backfield, but Vasseur back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to be dropped. Getting there was Nerung. He put him back at the 19-yard line. Second and 17. McNary frustrated. It's a tough season. I tell you that because, I know it's tough. When I was in Yakima doing sports announcing, so this has nothing to do with any Medford teams. That's why I was waiting on Vasseur. Vasseur. Back to pass. He's under pressure again. He gets away this time. He fires the pass out. It's complete to LaDuke. Not going to be enough for a first down, though. It will certainly cut it down to 3rd and 9. I think a 3rd and 10. And an 8-yard gain. But I had to call did sports for a team that went 0-26. That's all the games they could play in this year up there. They lost every one of them. And they'd lost something like the 6 before that to close out the season before that. They were like 32 losses in a row before we could call a win. Vasseur is under pressure again. He's brought down inside the 15. He comes up a little hot on that one. But it's 4th. And it's going to be way more than 22 as he's dropped back at the 15-yard line. Yeah, now it's 4th and 22. Yep, there we go. Have to have somebody else do the math when the numbers get that big. My goodness. So 4th and 22. Martinez to punt. He gets it off. Snyder lets it go and continues to let it go. And McNary will down it at the 33-yard line. So that's where North Medford starts. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. 6:05 to go. As I said, we're on a running clock, so it's clock will not stop on the exchange. Although you still have a play clock to deal with. We got a really long conversation going. The officials get it settled between themselves. Healy back at quarterback with Anderson as the running back. Gives it to Anderson. Anderson, he'll make a couple of yards, 3 of them. Not to the 36. Second and 7. We're only in the 3rd. So there will be another. Martinez comes off the field. But, there will be another quarter to play yet with the running clock. So we'll see how all this comes out. Healy firing. Got it. Out to the 44-yard line. And that's Anderson on the reception. It's 1st and 10. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time we get down to the end of the ball game, we're a little deep into the roster. You may see Quinn Scott before this one's over. We'll see. Healy right now still the quarterback here in period number 3. Fakes it, gets it out on top. Here comes Miller with it. Miller at the 50. Miller's at the 45. He's inside the 45-yard line down to the McNary 42 is the way I'm seeing it. Yes, 42-yard line. North Medford not in any real great hurry here. Get everybody lined up. Anderson way out to the right side of the formation. Snyder here on the near side to the left. Gonna hand it off. Going right up the middle with it. And turning and spinning is Meeker. Meeker takes it down to the 33. That will leave him with 1 to get on 2nd and 1. Here's again, give it off and just running over people this time is Meeker. That's more than enough for the first down as he gets it down to the 19-yard line. North Medford will have 1st and 10 from there. Minute 57 to go. But again, we aren't stopping the clock for anything except a touchdown and a timeout. Healy will hand it off. Here comes Meeker again. Meeker's not going anywhere this time. He'll be dropped for a couple. 2nd and 12. Healy back to pass this time. Rolls out and got a man out there. And that is complete to Neron. Not enough for a first down at all. They get it down to the 23-yard line, but they're still left with 9 on 3rd and 9. Nix, Miller over here on the near side. He'll leave Meeker in there at running back. And there's the flag as McNary jumps. And that will. In the 3rd quarter, it'll be 3rd and 4 when we come back. We're through 3 here at Spiegelberg Stadium at the end of 3 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. I'm laughing because I have to correct a mistake. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's 37-0 North Medford. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it! Oh! Ah! Come on, ref! Open your eyes! Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
We're back here for quarter number 4 of the Lithia Superstore game of the night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. And for 3 quarters, some of you probably wondered not only about my math, but my spelling also. But we got it fixed. Only took me 3 quarters to figure out I couldn't spell. Here's Healy with Meeker standing right there beside him. But he's going to go back and pass. He's going to fire this one for the end zone, and it's way incomplete. I wasn't even in the neighborhood of being complete. That brings up 4th and 4 from the 18-yard line. And I believe North Medford has decided this calls for a field goal. As Tate Snyder's coming on. Nope, I think I back Miller. Colton Miller coming on. To hold it will be Nolan Kelly. There's about a 35-yard attempt. And it is no good. So the score will remain 37-0 as that one hooks to the left. Today's game is brought to you by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill in Grants Pass on the banks of the Rogue River and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. McNary will be starting at the 20-yard line. They leave the Sewer in at quarterback for the Celtics. Getting out there late is Peterson. And they're going to give it to Peterson, and Peterson is going to find his way out beyond the 20-yard line to the 23-yard line. Gain of 3. Looked like he was going to be stopped short of the 20. It wasn't going to get much of anything out of it, but he managed to pick up 3. 2nd and 7 now for McNary. Vasur back to pass. He's under pressure. He'll let it go. It's incomplete. Third and 7. And we are starting to get somewhat deep into the North Medford roster. I'll have to start looking up who these people are. Have been practicing, but we haven't seen much of them on the field, so I have to find out who they are. And late substitution is going to cost them. Oh, the Sewer didn't see it. Huh. Could have got him with 12 men on the field if he'd have snapped it soon enough. And there they jump again. North Medford does. They're going to give 5 yards away. That'll make it 3rd and 2. The Sewer He's back to pass. He's scrambling out to his right. He's going to launch this one way deep. It's intercepted and then brought down immediately. Getting there was Connor Roosh. He's brought down at the 45-yard line. Not much of a return, but in North Medford's case, they don't care. The ball is far more important than how far you got with it. We're down to 7:14 with a running clock. So you would assume that North Medford probably would be able to run this down to about 3 minutes without too much trouble. Healy still a quarterback. Hand this one off. Meeker. He'll just take the pile right out to the 50-yard line. That'll bring up down to the 49, so it'll bring up about 2nd and 4. Now, North Medford's beginning to slow it down a little bit. Anderson. I say Anderson's at running back. That's not true. Still Meeker. No, it's Owings. Owings is at the 50. Owings is at the 45. Owings is down to the 44-yard line. And that will be enough for a first down by about a yard. Interesting that when you're playing with a running clock, you don't have to worry about things like running out of bounds to save time. You can't save time. They're not going to stop the clock for you. So you may as well just run it out of bounds. Doesn't make any difference. Owings is still the running back. Long count by Healy. No clapping this time. He's going to... Well, there he goes. Now he's just waiting for the official. Give it... Nope. Healy's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down hard at the 41-yard line. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. So that's going to be North Medford's strategy. Is they'll just wait until the official that they can see, who plays the part of the play clock, puts his hands up in the air, letting you know you've got 10 seconds left. And then they're going to snap it. There goes the hand up. Now Healy will say, there we go. Going to give this off, but nothing doing. Coming off the bottom of the pile for the run that time. There's Alex Alvarenga. I've not seen him too much at running back. But Alvarenga's in there right now on 3rd and 8. Healy a little faster this time. Back to pass. Fires it out to the right side or the left side. It's incomplete. So diving for that one was Owen Gutchess, but Gutchess couldn't come up with it. Back to the 42 we go, and North Medford will punt this way. And they're right about where we said they would be. We're down to 2:40 to go in the ball game. Kelly gets it away. Fair catch made at the 5-yard line penalty. Now we're going to wait and see what this one's about. He picked it up, so maybe there is no penalty. Holding on McNary. And all that took us below the 2-minute mark. The penalty declined. Nope, it is taken. Put it back at the 3. So 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line. That's what McNary has to deal with right now. Vasseur in the end zone. Going to hand this off. Trying to get outside, cannot. Will be brought down at the 4-yard line. Vasseur back there again in the end zone with Peterson. Vasseur scrambling. Vasseur throwing. Incomplete. I'm sure they were keeping track, but he was close to being over the line of scrimmage, which is the 4-yard line. And that might be it. We got 30 seconds to go. I think that McNary has to run one more play. Can't afford to take a delay of game. Vasseur, he'll throw it back in the end zone. He's going to toss it underneath, and it's dropped, and North Medford falls up. No. I think that's going to be the ball game right there. Yep, that's the ball game. And North Medford picks up their 3rd win of the season. So the game went probably pretty much as one would expect this game to go, considering how both teams were doing during the season. Stay with us for the Know Your Role post-game show, which comes your way next. Visit travelmedford.org and search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. We'll take a look at the scoring when we return here. As you can see, allow me to read one more thing, because I think I'm supposed to do this. So it's a final on the scoreboard. North wins by a 37-0 count. They had 5 touchdowns tonight. That'll add $50 to the Rogue Credit Union Club account. Throughout the games, as I have it, they have earned $190 so far. And we say thanks to Rogue Credit Union. We're back with the Know Your Role post-game show right after this on Table Rock Sports.
So what do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download the Try Us app.
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app for a free 30-day trial.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to the Know Your Role post-game show here on TableRockSports.net. You can go to southernoregon.org. Oh, Medford. I got that wrong. Don't believe what I just said. Go to travelmedford.org, and you can find out how they are changing youth sports for the better. Well, we got it out there early on in the third quarter. We ended up with a running clock, and as generally is the case with the running clock, not too much more scoring after that. So most of the scoring was done in the first half, as North Medford scored 3 times in the first quarter. Jacob Owings on a 1-yard run with the extra point being good. A safety when Vasseur was tackled in the end zone. And then a 3-yard run, and the extra point was good. It was 16-0 after the first quarter. In the second quarter, Healy hooked up with Anderson for a 7-yard pass. The extra point was good. It was 23-0. And then, look this up, make sure we get it right. Joe Castillo, took it in from 24 yards out just before halftime, and it was a 30-0 lead at that point. North Medford scored the touchdown that triggered the running clock when Cameron Nix took it in from 12 yards out. The extra point was good. It was 37-0, and from there we just played with the running clock, and neither team really did a whole lot with the time that they had available to them during that time. So that's kind of the way that looks, as they easily win this one by a count of 37-0 over McNary, who now McNary will go to 0-6 on the year. Let me get that page up for you. They'll go to 0-6 on the year, both overall and in league play. Meanwhile, North Medford moves to 3-3 overall and 3-2 in league play. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because the games where teams could potentially suffer a loss in front of them, that is Grants Pass and South Medford, they still have the top 2 teams to play that are running around in the conference right now undefeated. Grants Pass has to play both Sprague and Sheldon in the coming weeks, and South Medford, having just played Sprague and lost to them last night, has to play Sheldon right here at Spiegelberg Stadium next Friday night. So that's going to change the standings a little bit. Meanwhile, North Medford, having played the top of the league already, having played Grants Pass, Sprague, and Sheldon, they now get to play the teams that are struggling the most. McNary, North Salem, South Salem, all of those teams looking for a win. They already beat West Salem, which is kind of your middle-of-the-pack team. So they're looking really like North Medford might be able to make a push here, But the game that will probably matter the most in this push is going to be played on the very end of the season. The last one, it'll come down to the Black and Blue Bowl, as it so often does, between these two ball clubs for who has what position in the standings. We thank you for joining and watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank North Medford High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be, I believe, Tuesday night. I think there's some soccer going on that night, but I haven't looked that far ahead in my schedule, but I believe that there is. And I know on Thursday night that South Medford will be at North Medford High School for volleyball action. And that one is huge. South Medford just lost their first volleyball match. North Medford would love to get even with them and begin to pull up and make the standings just a little bit of a chaos as we head down to the end of the volleyball season. And then next Friday, we will be at North Salem, where the North Medford Black Tornado will once again face a team that's struggling pretty badly in North Salem, still looking for a victory this year. So that's where they'll be. Next Friday night, Table Rock Sports will be there for all of that next week. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, North Medford 37, McNary nothing. This has been a presentation of TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett, with Colton Treadway on the camera. I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching and good night from Spiegelberg Stadium in Medford, Oregon.